Now, Blackwater founder Erik Prince might be in a little bit of trouble. Recently, I reported that he is now cooperating with the Mueller investigation. Turns out we have more information now. According to ABC News, Mueller now has their Erik Prince's electronics. So ABC News reported on Monday that the military contractor's electronics were turned over to the special counsel after the news broke, of course, that he is cooperating with with the federal investigation. Now, of course, he's under investigation for a little bit of a secret meeting in the Seychelles, I think, shortly after Trump was inaugurated. That was intended to establish, allegedly, a back channel between the administration and Russia. Now, look, if you want to set up a back channel for, I don't know, diplomatic means, it's shady as hell. Is it illegal? I don't know. Considering that there is a federal probe into it, there are elements that could end up being illegal and possibly bad for Erik Prince. Now, let me give you some details on that. In May, the New York Times revealed that in sworn testimony before the House Intelligence Committee last November, Prince may have lied to investigators, claiming he had no formal communication or contact with the Trump campaign. Now, in August of 2016, the report noted the Blackwater founder arranged a meeting between the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., and Arab officials who were interested in helping his father win the election. So, well, you're not exactly supposed to work with other countries to help your father's campaign, which we were a part of, win an election. It's not good whoever does it. I mean, like, for example, if you found out that Hillary Clinton was trying to collude with the Saudis or Russia itself, well, then that would be an issue. And Republicans, had she won, would probably be hammering on that right now. And look, if it turned out to be true, then yes, that is a big, big deal, right? Now, there is more. In April 2017, the Washington Post also reported that Prince had traveled to the Seychelles in January following Trump's election for a secret meeting with a Russian official with close ties to Vladimir Putin. Well, that is very interesting. Prince testified before the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence in November that he hadn't made the trip to meet any Russian guy and described his meeting with Kirill Dmitriev, somebody who is obviously a Russian guy, as a chance encounter over a beer. Look, is it true? I don't know. It might be. It might be he was just sitting at a bar in St. Petersburg and just ran into this guy. Who knows, right? And then they maybe facilitated or attempted to facilitate business afterwards. This is all Erik Prince's word. So we don't know. That's why they're doing an investigation. Now, ABC News also reported earlier this year that Mueller had obtained evidence that calls that testimony into question. Lebanese-American businessman George Nader, a key witness given limited immunity by Mueller, told investigators that he set up the meeting in the Seychelles between Prince and Dmitriev. Sources familiar with the investigation told ABC News. Documents obtained by Mueller also suggest that before and after Prince met Nader in New York a week before the trip, Nader shared information with Prince about Dmitriev. Oh, but no, it was just a chance encounter over a beer. Right. Okay. Now, look, the case against Erik Prince obviously is made a little bit stronger because of business associates also talking to investigators. Two of Prince's former business associates, both of whom asked to remain anonymous, told ABC News that they had been contacted by investigators probing a pair of proposed business deals between a Hong Kong-based security firm, Frontier Services Group, of which Prince is the founder and chairman, and Russian nationals. One former business associate, who's worked with Prince since the 1990s, recounted a recent conversation with FBI agents from Mueller's office. The associates asked him, said that agents asked him these questions. Are you aware of any falsehoods in the testimony that Erik Prince gave to the House Intelligence Committee? The associates said he told the agents about Prince's previously undisclosed alliance with Dmitry Strashinsky, a former Russian Special Forces soldier turned arms dealer and manufacturer. Now, look, Erik Prince founded Blackwater. Now it has a different name. They did extensive damage in Iraq. They were basically a mercenary group for hire. And they were involved in a famous scandal where, of course, innocent people were killed by Blackwater guards. So him making deals and talking to arms dealers and manufacturers, that's still shady, but also something I think that somebody in that position would actually do. And that is scary because you have a private corporation, Blackwater, speaking with arms dealers. It just, I don't know, for me, it goes too far. Just the fact that we have these private security corporations, these security contractors operating in places all over the world with almost no accountability. It's scary. And look, they don't just operate all over the world. They've also operated in the United States. And that's also incredibly scary. There were there's private security contractors. I believe it was Tiger Swan that was in North Dakota for the Dakota Access pipeline protests. That's scary, man. It is. Now, there's more here. According to a 2015 interim report from an internal investigation conducted for the company by an outside law firm, a man named Dmitry, whom two sources later told ABC News was actually Straczynski, acted as Prince's partner in an effort to secure a possibly illegal private security contract with Azerbaijan. The internal investigation, first reported by The Intercept earlier this year, was turned over by the U.S. Department of Justice prosecutors at the end of President Obama's second term. The findings prompted two senior company officials to resign in protest over Prince's activities. Now, for that proposed contract, named Project Zulu, Prince and Straczynski, a dual Russian-Israeli citizen, each stood to make $21 million, or 20% of the proposed $216 million deal, according to an interim report. The deal, however, fell through over financial disputes. So that's what they're doing. They're possibly doing illegal deals with Azerbaijan. And then, of course, trying to set up backchannel meetings between the administration and Russia. Probably also in order to get special arms deals. It's not a good situation. I don't know. I'm not buying that Trump's trying to create a private armory or anything like that, but he certainly has not clamped down on them, and neither did the Obama administration. But and that in itself has its own problems. But this is incredibly scary. How much power these private security arms companies have. It is incredibly scary. Now, as far as Prince goes, look, he might have lied to investigators. He might have lied to Congress. He might have lied to a lot of people, and he might have done some illegal things. That's what they're going to find out. Now they have his cell phones, and they have his computers. So we're going to have to see what happens with this investigation as it goes forward. But it is getting fairly serious. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.